she was not wearing a bra. And I was like, look, I'm cool, but like, you're working in the lingerie section. You're working at a store. Your nipples are hard. The air conditioning's blowing strong in here. And now I'm distracted. So now I'm creeping. Now I'm looking, and I don't want to.
Calm Down with Erin and Charissa is a production of iHeartRadio.
Just in the nick of time. I found love. Get a run out of time.
We got a
Were you
lot
a Bonnie Raitt gal growing up?
Bonnie Raitt? Let's give them something to talk about.
Yeah, that's a little mystery to figure
out.
Yeah.
What else does she sing?
She sings, I found love. Love in the nick of time. I found love. Love in the nick of or is it scared to run out of time? I don't know. I mean, pick your outcome. You found love in the nick of time, or you scared to run out
Not
of
my
time?
nose. Welcome to the Calm Down podcast, everybody. And with that, how are you? How the hell are you? You're stressed.
I'm gonna be honest. Today's a rough
This is
one.
the place to do it.
Today's a rough one.
happened?
I mean, all you got to do is look at what's happening here. You know,
Stop. Look at me.
I was talking to you earlier today. I thought, man, I was so on top of my Christmas shopping.
You are.
I started early. I got a lot of gifts. And then I realized, like, oh, shit. I have a lot of things I didn't get, or like those extra little supplemental things. And then the things that I ordered finally came. And I was like, they're not as good as I thought they were. So now I was out doing last second Christmas shopping when I was talking to you. And let me tell you what, the customer service has just went to the wayside. I mean,
what's it like in the streets?
It's okay. So I go to my former employer, Nordstrom's.
Sure.
I'm just going to call them out because you know what? John Nordstrom's, I need you to get on line one. This is one of many things I loved about working at Nordstrom's. Great customer service. I went to get a lip gloss. No Bobbi Brown, no Chanel, no Charlotte Tilbury. I mean, I could have stole shit from the store and they would have noticed. I asked a guy in the men's department. No, don't condone it. But that's the only way that I'm going to get anyone to come after me. Is by stealing stuff at this point, because I'm literally looking around. I was, again, we reference it all the time, the Pretty Woman. I have all of this and I just need a dress for dinner tonight. I was like, so I grabbed this girl and she was so cute. I go, I know you work off commission. Are you ready to make a lot of money? I need this, I need this, I need this, I need this, I need this. And she was so great. She's like following me around. I said, now write down my credit card number. Call me if you have any issues, because I was running from one thing to the next. Now, if I'm in that situation as a former employee, I'm stoked. Nobody wants to work anymore. I was in the lingerie section buying pajamas and the girl's not even wearing a bra. We talked about it on the pregame, but I'm telling you,
Get into
crazy.
this. What kind of shirt is she wearing not to wear a bra? And are we loose and free, or did she think she didn't need one? What's going on?
We are loose and free. And as a gal that didn't wear a bra for most of her life because I didn't have enough to wear a bra, I realized the effects. And now I'm looking for a lift. And now we're getting a consultation. And now I'm having people like you be like, oh, you don't need one. I'm not looking for an augmentation. I'm just looking for a little perk it up. Well, I wanted to tell this girl, this sweet young associate working in the lingerie department. Maybe we could get you a
free one like we did with your LASIK.
Yeah, exactly. Does anyone want to go ahead and sponsor the Calm Down podcast and give me a little perk in my cup? The lack of a B cup and maybe only an A cup over here. Either way, she had her cups everywhere. She was not wearing a bra. And I was like, look, I'm cool, but like, you're working in the lingerie section. You're working at a store. Your nipples are hard. The air conditioning's blowing strong in here. And now I'm distracted. So now I'm creeping. Now I'm looking and I don't want to. And now I'm thinking to myself, I can't even ask you for suggestions on a bra.
Nipple?
Because you're not wearing, did I say nipples? You can't see the line, can you, Russ? You know, seriously. Mary, I wish Mary was working at the lingerie counter because she definitely wore a bra. Come on. So we don't even have to wear bras to work anymore. Wonder if we just showed up on air without a bra. I mean, come on. There is a time and a place, ladies.
No one would want to see me do that.
Customer services went to shit. I can't get any help. And all I want to do is buy some gifts. And then, you know, I got to admit, my patience level is very little to begin with. And it's something I'm working on. But right now, like, follow along. You want to make some money here or you don't want to make some money. You can see I'm a gal on a mission. So that's where I'm at. I'm going 100 miles an hour and I need to calm the fuck down.
Look, I said to one of my girlfriends, apparently I have a smoker's cough. or smoker's laugh. I said to one of my girlfriends today, I'm trying, and I am in the holiday spirit, but it's hard when you've got to pack, you're leaving again. You got so much shit to do. My parents are coming into town. I haven't baked a Christmas cookie to save my life. Right after this, we're going to the grocery store to prepare for our Christmas meal. Like, it's just shit's everywhere. I got Kris Kringle upstairs, shirtless. Yeah. He's getting a tan on, and he's already wrapped all his gifts. I haven't even opened them from the boxes yet. I mean, it's just shit's falling apart in my house. And to be honest with you, Charissa, I'm lucky I am wearing a bra. I had a 9-hour travel day from Jacksonville. I was traveling 9 hours before. Deck the halls. Hallelujah. Holy
Where's
shit.
the Tylenol? Oh my God. Kris Kringle upstairs shirtless, getting his tan on, and we're down here sweating, trying to do good in life. I swear to God.
He's like, we've gotten so much done today. It's 1 o'clock. I'm like, I haven't read my articles and I haven't worked out. What did you do today? He's like, I've wrapped everything. I'm done with the holiday.
Jared's my hero. And all the while with a little, here's my favorite. This is what Stevie is like, is everything okay? I don't know. Does it look like everything's okay? Why are you asking me that? Do you have eyes and ears and you can see and hear what's going on? Fuck. No, not everything's okay. And this is what I said. He goes, do you want me to tell you what I got you for Christmas? I go, I'm going to tell you what you got. I'm going to tell you what you got for Christmas. Nothing. I'm not getting you anything. I said, there are no presents. See that plunge pool out there? That was your gift. I'm not getting you anything. And he goes, oh no, I just wanted a card. And then it was like, oh, okay, now I'm the asshole. I'm always a fucking asshole. I can't even take it.
No, you're not. Anyways, so you go to New York this week. Are you looking forward to it?
Wait. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that 6 a.m. flight because I also got to fit in the house and home project that I'm doing. But let's not get to me. I need to take a breather from my rage that's going on over here. You had a game in Jacksonville yesterday, which ended up being, we record our podcast, as you guys know, on Monday. So, Erin, that Dallas-Jacksonville game, crazy McCrazy. And you and Trevor Lawrence look like Pantene Pro V models on the sideline in the post-game interview. Locks a bounty.
Of love, yeah.
I don't even know if that locks a bounty, but you know what I mean. Locks were flowing. The wind was blowing. You guys look great. Walk me through it, the whole game, and then the flight home.
Crazy, and more crazy. What did we have here? It was just nuts. Like at the end of the game, I think, it looks like Dallas is blowing him out. Then they come back. He's running down the field. Trevor Lawrence fumbles the ball. You think it's over. So we head to Dallas's sideline. I'm getting my Dak stuff together. Congratulations. You're in the play. You're not in the playoffs. Trevor Lawrence is trying to make the play. It was crazy. It was so much fun. Really hard to get to Jacksonville from LA. I'll stop complaining. I love my job. I love Doug Peterson. That was exciting.
Yeah.
Travel was crazy at going home. We had a couple medical emergencies on our flight. It was just a lot. It was a lot. And it was one of those we landed. We all looked at each other and it was like, I don't ever want to fly again until Friday when we have to get on another flight. I got home. I felt bad for Jared. He was all cozy in his Christmas jammies and he's got the fire on. He's like, hi, babe. I want to shower. Like there may have been vomit involved in the medical emergency. Like it was just a whole situation. Like we just wanted to get the hell off. It was disgusting. Meaning being in my, shit for not, I didn't shit, but you know what I'm saying. And I just wanted to shower. I wanted to wash my hands. I wanted to take my face off and finally got in bed and I was like, sorry, I'm a bitch. And he's like, it's okay. It's week 15. I get it. And you're like, uh-huh.
Wait, I have a question. When you walk in the door, do you go over and like give him a kiss and say hi and then go upstairs? Or are you like from a distance, Bette Midler?
World. Yeah. He's already in bed. Because he and Howie tucked themselves in at 9 watching their Christmas movies.
Well, they're tired from the holiday spirit.
Exhausted. They've been doing many things. So Howie comes down. He does his whole ritual where he brings me a toy. He's crying hysterically, but then can only stay down for 5 seconds because he has to go straight up back to dad.
Sure.
Because he thinks that's where he's supposed to be. Okay. So then I hear Jared say, hi, babe. Don't worry. I'll lug my, luggage up again because I've only been on 2 flights. Got my backpack, got all of it. What's wrong, babe? Nothing. I've got my luggage. I'm good. Oh, I would have helped you. He didn't know I was bringing.
Don't you like our passive aggressive? That's such us to be like that. Me. I will speak for myself. I do that all the time. I'm so passive aggressive.
I'm not
I need
trying
to
to
work.
be a dick.
I need to work. I'm kind of in a dick mood right now. I'm doing
Okay.
it. And it's not because I want to. It's just like where I'm at. And I'm going to work on it. And I'm going to take a beat. But I need someone to meet me halfway on these kinds of things, where it's like, am I alone here on this island where it's like the laundry list of things that need to get done at home? And we aren't complaining. We love our job. This has nothing to do with our job. We love our job. This is it's not just the most wonderful time of the year for the holidays. It's the most wonderful time of the year for playoff implications.
For sports.
Who's playing where? What game are you going to? You've got the Super Bowl this year. So it's like, which teams are you actually, all of the things. But there just comes a point where like, I lose it, and then I wonder why I'm single, because I'm like at the house.
No.
And then I forget, and I'm really forgetful about writing things down. The doorbell rang this morning, and I forgot that I had a wallpaper appointment, and I was so excited. I've been looking forward to this wallpaper appointment. I've been waiting 3 months for this wallpaper appointment, and it finally comes, and now the dog's bark. Anyways, whatever. I'm gonna work on my bitchiness after. February 10th, whatever the Super Bowl date is.
I was saying to Kevin Burkhardt, and again, everybody, we love our jobs so much. But if you can't relate to us being, on the sidelines, in the studio, talking to how many millions of people, doing some of the best games, talking to the biggest athletes out there, maybe you can relate to us this way. So we just call this insane game that who would have thought Jacksonville, Dallas turned into one of our best games, most exciting games we've ever done. Haul ass to the airport because we have 2 connections. It's an 8-hour travel day after, being up, doing a game, whatever. We love our jobs. Your goal when you have that long of a travel day is to get the leather pants off you've been wearing, the thermal underwear, the turtleneck, the boots. I want to be in my compression pants, my jacket. I'm taking out my hair. My face isn't going to come off. It's just the way it is. But that you are thriving if you can do that. Now,
for
that
everyone
may relate
flight,
to us is this. I see Kevin Burkhardt and I'm like, you think like, God, I've made it. This is so huge. You guys know, like when you go to do all this, you are in the public restroom. So this is a whole routine I've nailed. I'm going in and I'm not going in the handicap bathroom because you don't know who needs it. And I don't need it to just take my pants off, or I'm completely in my bra and underwear in the public restroom of the Jacksonville airport, or actually any airport near you when I've done a game. Guys, you have to open up your bag. So your bag is laying on the fucking floor of that nasty ass public bathroom. And I'm thinking to myself, God, this sucks. Then you're praying to God nothing you love falls out. Like your toothbrush, which you're going to throw away. Like anything that lands on that floor. Now think about it, guys. I just took off my leather pants because I can't put on my tennis shoes unless I take those off and put my leggings on. So I am like in my socks from the game, touching the floor, dying. I've also put on a mask because I'm in there for a good 10 minutes. So you're hearing what everybody's got to do in that bathroom. You're also sometimes when you're taking your pants off, you got to put your head down a little bit. But I try to focus in my suitcase because I don't want my eyes glancing back in that toilet around certain edges. You know what I mean? And sometimes
we know the edges.
You accidentally do. Or sometimes, it's become a whole choreographed thing. Kev was telling me how he can balance on one leg to put the shoe on with the new sock on. I mean, and then you got to flip the suitcase over. You got to touch it. And sometimes when that thing is full, you got to stand on it or sit on it in the public restroom. There's a lot I've done in a stall like yesterday. Wow, it humbles you fast.
And let's not forget the automatic flush of the toilet. So every move, we're flushing, we're splashing, You're trying to get away from the sensor because this thing is now flushed 75 times. And you're like, get me out of the bathroom as fast as possible. I know.
And if it hits my eyeball, that's where I lay on the floor and start to cry. Because if one little splatter hits my eyeball, I've convinced myself I have meningitis. I don't even know what meningitis is. The last thing I'll say is this. The opening of my suitcase where I know those dirty socks and shoes are, it's like I am wearing a hazmat suit from the E.T. movie. I am pulling them out.
Oh, my God. I'm going to tell you what,
bringing them to my dryer and washing machine. It's terrible.
No, I'm taking up these earrings. I don't know what keeps hitting my ear. And why am I wearing earrings when I have headphones on? No, it's a time. But anyone knows like that change in the airport situation. Yeah,
Nothing
it ain't
humbles
good.
you.
Have you ever
Nope.
had to change in the airplane bathroom? I've done that before.
Nope.
I did that
It's
before
just as
because
nasty.
it's as nasty, but you really find out how flexible you are because there is no room for movement in that situation. But I've done that where it's like I barely made my flight and I was like, I am not sitting in these leather pants, camel toe. I'm going to get a UTI. Speaking of UTI, we're all friends here. Okay.
Sure.
I am in Seattle and I have this I didn't even talk to you about this. The rush that you think like comes over your body and it's like flu-like symptoms and you're like, fuck, is this happening right now? I might be getting this.
The shivers.
You got to make sure. Right. And so it's like, I better squash this thing before it really comes because if not, then you're screwed. And all I could think about was being on set the next day and every 5 seconds having to pee. And I was like, oh no, I need to make sure I nip this thing in the bud. I went over to I'm Googling local CVS. I'm Ubering around Seattle.
I could have told you where one was. Yep.
I'm like, so I end up finding the one, the one in the Target that's right across the street.
I got it.
Yeah, but here's what I don't understand. I asked the concierge, I was like, where's the closest CVS? And she sends me far and away, not to be confused with the Tom Cruise, Nicole Kidman movie.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, wait a minute. I come back and I go into Target for something else and there's a CVS right in there. Again, the concierge and the customer service. Do I need to quit my day job and go back to the customer service industry and restore some faith? Because this is just Looney Tunes. I know. Spam risk. We're not answering that. I'm a risk.
No.
I'm a flight risk. No, I'm kidding. Delete that.
So did you get in front of it?
So I got in front of it, but then this is what I
Good.
do. I get the prescription called in, the whole thing. I'm so excited. And then I take a few of the pills. It never comes on. So then I don't take the rest of the pills. I'm the gal that doesn't take all the pills. And then I wonder why it keeps happening.
You're not a finisher.
I'm not a finisher. And this is the problem. In life, I feel like I finish some things, but I'm not a finisher when it comes to medicine because the first sign that the symptoms go away, I go, who needs that? And then I'm surprised it comes back. I'm a masochist. I do these things to myself.
Did she come back?
Not yet. It might be the way I'm sitting.
She's gonna.
I mean, my God, these jeans are. Anywho, so if those leather pants are creeping up on aisle one, I am taking those things off on the airplane. Okay, so those are our travel stories. Going back now, it is you got the next time we'll chat will be after our after Christmas. So you've got an awesome Christmas Eve game, Dallas and Philly, which I know you're so excited about.
Very much so.
So take me through.
Can I tell you a little story you don't know about? I promised the boys
tell me
on
everything.
Our crew, I would preview this on the Calm Down podcast, give it a little shout out. Well, you know how there's been a match the last couple years in golf. We've had Tiger and Tom, Phil and Tom, Erin and Tiger. I'm sorry, I don't know how it went.
But the pairings.
The match.
Mm-hmm.
We have our own match on NFL on Fox. It is happening Christmas Eve. Nope. The 23rd, the night for our game at our hotel. I won't say where. And it is the match featuring our director, Rich Russo.
Stop it.
Versus retired professional NFL tight end, Greg Olson. Oh. They are doing a tennis match. Mike Pereira is officiating it. Kevin and I are the announcers for the match. Everyone from our crew is watching. They've been sending us updates from Rich Russo checking in here, Greg Olson checking in here, leaving their tennis practices. And this match is going down. There's been a ton of shit talking. There's been Rocky promo videos of these two getting at it.
I can't take it. This is the shit that I love. I love it.
We love each other so much.
And that's what our Thursday night crew, when you travel together, it's different. You get so close and they become your family. But the fact that you guys are organizing this, I can only imagine those text chains of the nonsense.
It's not only nonsense. There was a massive email that went out today that said the match. Hello, hello all. In anticipation for the match, I would like to give the update. Court has been booked from 3:30 to 5:30 on Friday. Player walkout and warm-ups will start at 3:30 with match time set to start at however long it takes Rich Russo to warm up. Unfortunately, our hotel doesn't have a high umpire chair for the match umpire, Mike Pereira, so we'll have to just set up a chair. More info to come as we get closer. KB and EA, we are still working on times for you to talk to the players on Zoom this week, but their practice schedules are very busy. More to come. We're fucking pumped.
This is amazing. Wait, and I missed the part where obviously the match it was with a golf game. Are you guys not playing a golf game? Or are you playing?
This is tennis. It's tennis.
Okay, I didn't know if you guys were jumping on the pickleball bandwagon or whatever was happening there because that's okay. Got it. Full on tennis. Who knew that Greg Olson was a tennis player?
He's not. They both picked it back up. They both have played a little bit, dabbled a little.
A dabble, where's Kelly Stafford when you need her for that backhand? God. This one,
she'd be like on Bridesmaids, killing you like Kristen Wiig. So they both picked it back up, and apparently Greg Olson's been doing some scouting. He's been calling people at Fox that know Rich Russo's game and is trying to play mind games. He brought it up in our production meeting. Said I've been doing some scouting, and I heard this. It's great. Rich Russo is probably about 20 years older than Greg Olson. And
looks
we were
great,
saying, looks phenomenal.
So
what
tan.
a tan. We were saying to him, Olson's got a lot
It looks like I have jaundice. Why is this? What's going on here with this lighting?
You've been in Nordstrom's.
Oh, yeah. And I should be red then because I'm steaming with the lack of customer service. Well, that is going to be so fun. I need full documentation on the Calm Down Podcast IG. Faux show. Okay, so that's going to be great. We have a list that wonderful Ryan always keeps us on track because weird. If you guys listen to us, you know we're all over the place. So I'm going through our list of different things. You also had an ass in your face on an airplane. That was on.
Yeah, that was fine. I forgot where I was. I think that was going last week. But the crazier one was this. I mean, this whole week's travel adventures was too insane. Another car breaking down. Unfortunately, we had a medical emergency last night. But the flight to Orlando that I took.
We're from Orlando.
We're from Orlando on Saturday. It was actually fine. Seamless adventure. Except for the, we'll get in. It's fine. I don't have kids. I can't bitch.
When you took that picture, I'm always proud because that pull out the camera and then it's like someone seeing you take the picture. How about when people try to like sneak a picture and like, you're sneaking the picture. You're not disguising
I always make a big deal out of it. I'm always like, hey, how'd that look? Or like the guy, I was like, he'll do it and I'm like moving around or like looking at him weird. I'm like, that was a great picture. I was like, ever want to know what it feels like to be a zoo or an animal in a zoo? That was it.
You're like, let
me tell you this. On Saturday, everything's going well on my flight. I'm into my notes. I'm like typing them out. I'm trying to do some Christmas shopping online. All of a sudden, I look up on my seat. There's a fucking cat.
That's
on the seat.
Wait, I need this story.
Like, peering at me, like in my face. And I'm an animal lover. And I go, holy shit. Scream on the plane. Holy shit. Because all
Cat's
of a sudden,
out of the bag.
Yeah.
Why am I yelling?
Meow. Here, kitty, kitty. Here, kitty, kitty, kitty. This cat feline is in my face. And I go, holy shit. Like from Elf with the radiator. It was crazy. And then this woman's like, oh, my cat got out. I'm like, I texted you and Ryan, our great producer, and I said, we can't have lemons and limes on the plane anymore because of COVID, but fucking cats can run wild. We're gonna be gorillas in the mist. What are we doing?
Forget snakes on the plane. Cats on the plane. I mean, what, here's the problem though. This is an issue I have. And again, I love animals. Whatever.
What are we doing?
We get it. I sometimes understand that you really do need that emotional support, dog or animal. But people are abusing the emotional support badges. They are. And those vests are just being thrown out on Amazon. Because I'd like to actually see the real credentials for your emotional support dog or cat or peacock or pig or anything else you could bring on this plane. Because I can't have a carry-on. I'm at the front of the gate making sure that the carry-on fits in. But we've got the whole goddamn San Diego Zoo on here. And I can't say anything because then I'm the asshole. What are we doing here? And then in LA, the same thing with all the dogs at the restaurants. I don't bring my dogs to the restaurant. If I wanted to sit next to a dog, I would go ahead and go down to the local kennel where I'd like to adopt all the dogs and have my meal with them.
I'd bring my dog. Yeah.
Wonder if you're allergic to dogs. Wonder if you're allergic to dogs. Wonder if you're deadly afraid of dogs because you might have gotten attacked by a dog. You've got to walk me through this idea where we get to bring animals. And again, we say this as dog lovers. We own dogs. But I am not going to bring my dogs into a restaurant unless you actually need one, which I understand there are people that absolutely need one.
Totally.
You can sit it. In fact, take my seat, take all my seats.
Yes.
And take my heart too. You can sit anywhere you want. But if you don't, and we know the people, you know who I'm talking about, the people that don't
in
really
your bullshit
need the dog
with your dogs.
and
Get
the stroller dog. Get the dog out of the stroller, okay? Yeah. Unless the dog can't walk, get the dog out of the stroller because now we're taking up room and I can't take it because I don't understand where you get to do that and I can't bring a larger carry-on on because we don't have enough room in the overhead compartment, but you on your shoulder, it's not a parrot, it's a cat. The
moose out front should have told you. Yeah. Vacation. I go to Wally's 2 weeks ago with my girlfriends. We just have a night. We haven't seen each other in a while. You actually were out. It was so Friday. You guys were out at dinner with your crew. So we go out to dinner and we're excited about it. Love Wally's. Great food, great time. Always a scene. And there's just this random, there's a lot of like mischief happening in the bar and I'm here for it. I like to watch it. It's great. It's like, what's happening?
$50 grandpa for 75 the wife can
watch. There's a lot of like extensions I need to tuck back in, help him out. You know, probably God,
mine. This is what I do before I go out. I was like, Tony, are my extensions showing? He's like, you're good. I'm like, this is where we get to as family on the road. It's like, you got to tell me.
I got to get back to Wally's in just a minute. Maybe the MVP, not Trevor Lawrence, not Jenkins, who made the pick 6 yesterday in the game, Rashawn Jenkins. It was Jillian Gregory. I'm getting ready to not sit down with Trevor Lawrence. I'm getting ready to do that post game with him. I do good old hair flip because I want, I didn't have time to look at myself, whatever. Do a hair flip. He comes over and he's like, hey, how you doing? All of a sudden, I feel this hand behind my head and she just like, tousles my hair. She goes, I couldn't let that happen.
That's a great friend. That is a really good friend. And by the way, what did I tell you? The first thing I said after that interview, I was like, I couldn't hear it because we had all the other games, but I saw those locks flowing, yours and his, and it looked great. So good on you, Jillian. Okay, wait, Wally's, go.
Thanks, Jills. So Wally's, there's a lot happening. Like we said, there's a lot of action in the bar. And I'm checking it all out. But what I can't stand is the rando that brings her dog. She saddles up to the bar with Muffin, her dog. I don't know if that's the name, but it looked like a muffin or a muffy, little white thing. And she's holding it up there as people are enjoying the truffle bruschetta food or whatever the hell it is, and her drinks. Like, get your fucking dog out of the bar at Wally's. What are we doing?
I don't know.
I'm here for the charcuterie and the good time.
We have to wear a mask for safety reasons, but the dog can be drooling on the counter and we're not allowed to say anything because we're the assholes. Speaking of we're the assholes.
You're here for 3 hours. Leave your dog at home.
I mean, here's the issue that I feel like an asshole, a 3-hour tour, Gilligan, is that I'm at the register at Michael's, which is your worst nightmare. Okay. You hate a Michael's. Okay. I know.
I feel a UTI coming on.
I feel a whoop coming on. Whoop ass for what I'm going to do to this woman at the register when she makes me feel like an asshole.
What are you at Michael's for?
I was getting the bags that I was getting white, like nondescript bags so I could put all the boys' presents in it for pregame stuff. So Cutie. I'm getting these bags and I'm in line and I had just been there the week before for the Christmas ornaments or 2 weeks before, whatever. And it said, would you like to donate to said charity? And to which, of course, the first time I'm there, I'm like, well, of course I want to donate to the charity. So then she gets over the PA. All right, give it up for Miss Thompson for the donation to the charity. And I'm like, yes, I love, yes.
No.
I was like, yes. Ow! I liked it. They also do that at Home Goods, by the way. I'm into a shout out on the register. I like some of my donations can go, without recognition. But if you want to give me recognition, by all means. So look at how white I am. This is crazy. Okay. Anyhow, so that's a couple weeks ago. So now here I am back at Michael's and she says, would you like to make a donation to said charity? And I'm like, I already did. Here's the problem. She gives me this look like, no, you haven't. As if like, that's what everyone says. Like everyone said they've already made a donation or no, I don't want to make a donation. And I wanted to be like, I've made a donation. Like I wish that I was like, remember your colleague,
I was the girl,
announcement, remember the one, the woo. Like she gave me this look like I'm a dick for not making a donation. I was like, I got to stop going to Michael's because I got to keep saying it's
I'm
me.
Here.
Remember?
It was me.
And so I was like this idea where I'm shamed if I don't make the donation every single time. So now I got to go to a different craft store because I'm getting shamed at the Michaels and I'm not into it.
How about Hobby Lobby?
I mean, anything. My God. Blink 182. Is that still a thing? Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, we're all out of time.
They were great.
I know. Okay. Well, here's the thing. This is going to be our last podcast before the holiday. And I know everyone celebrates different holidays. But a little holiday wish to each and every one of you, to each of yours. Think of some funny, there's going to be a lot of calm down questions, comments, and concern over the holidays. I love all the family drama. I love the so-and-so didn't get the gift. So-and-so is crying. So please submit all and any stories because this is going to be a good recap next week. I feel it.
And keep saying hi to us when you see us out on the road. I was getting on my We're from Orlando. My Orlando flight at 7 a.m. We started boarding at LAX, and I was getting in line and already had been yelled at for boarding early. And I was like, it's up, whatever, you understand. And I go, God, sorry, it's only 7 o'clock and I'm already getting yelled at. This lady turned around and she goes, I knew I recognized your voice. I was like, fuck. She goes, I love you and Charissa so much. And I was like, thanks.
The sweet girl in Seattle did the same thing in the stands, and I was like, thank you. It always makes us feel really good. And then how about that when you get called out and you're like, okay, I need to be nicer. So I'm going to work on being a little bit nicer and more patient. Hopefully that's underneath my tree. That and a brassiere, an over-the-shoulder boulder holder.
And mine is that I didn't get some disease when the toilet flushed in my eye about twice, like 10 times, and a splatter came up in Jacksonville. So I've self-diagnosed myself with some ailment, and I hope I don't get that.
You're not a hypochondriac, are you?
No, I'm fine. No. But I get a little worried. I don't want to get my parents sick, and I don't want it to be from my sister's calling from the toilet automatic flush in the Jacksonville airport.
Well, speaking of your sister, also too, just a quick little love and happiness to everyone in your life. We never know what people are going through. Yep. So just taking a second and remembering that even if people look happy, maybe they aren't. I just wear all my emotions on the sleeve. So there's no discovery over here.
Exactly. Right away.
But I love you. Happy holidays. And love all you guys for listening. Thank you very much for supporting Calm Down Podcast. And please submit all stories. I need them all. I'm in the spirit for it.
I didn't tell you how our pool pipes broke and Elizabeth was here. We'll tell you that one next week.
Speaking of donation, come up. We have more after the break.
Goodbye. Calm Down with Erin and Charissa is a production of iHeartRadio.
For more podcasts from iHeartRadio, visit the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.